Hi everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we'll discuss, the roles and responsibilities of a DevOps engineer in very detailed manner. We'll clear out some terminologies and you know what in an organization the expectations are there from DevOps engineer. So yeah, let's go and discuss. So today we'll discuss that as a DevOps engineer, when you enter any organization, what are the expectations, what are the responsibilities that we need to do, and in this course of all discussing everything, we will discuss that what all like different terminologies that we need to understand. So we need okay different type of terminology. So when you enter as a DevOps engineer in any organization, they will have the enterprise GitHub or a kind of GitHub which is restricted, which cannot, which is private, and they will maintain many repos for their different application, different services. There will be various teams which have their own repos which for the applications that they are managing. Okay, those repos will contain the source code of their application. As a DevOps engineer, our job is that whenever in a source code, if any change is there, we need to automate the build process of that application. That comes in CI part, correct? So, CI part comes that whenever there is any change, in the source code, so our workflow, like if we talk about GitHub action workflow or if we talk about Jenkins workflow, so our workflow get triggered by an event of push or pull, or there should be option to run it manually. And once we run that workflow, our build, our scans, our uploading should be automated. So, what we should check out the code, check out the new code or the changed code. Then we should build it with our commands. Like if it's a Java based application, so we can use Maven. But if it's a Python based application, we use pip, and we have the setup.py where we mention that what all packages we need to build. We need to install the dependencies for which we are maintaining the requirements.txt file for Python. We need to install all those requirements. After installing and everything and building it, we need to do the scans that whether the dependencies that we have added are are uh, are not vulnerable. They are secure. And then the unit test, like everything, the test is working fine, the code is working fine, then the code quality check that can be done using sonar cube and everything. These all scans and tests are done so that the bugs are catched in earlier stages only before deploying it into a production. Once we pass all these stages in our workflow, then we upload those builds artifact that we have created into the repository, which is either hosted by the organization. So it's not a it's not a open repository, because in every organization they will have their own repository where they'll host their own artifacts. So this is the CI part. In this part, we are just integrating the build and everything, and we are uploading. We are not deploying this into any server so that our application can use it. That comes in our CD part. So this is the first part that you are expected to automate as a DevOps engineer. So I hope one flow is the flow is clear, that what comes in CI part. Then comes the CD part where uh, where you will be creating the Docker image. Okay, then you will have your Docker file through which you will create a Docker image using a Docker build. So you'll have a stage called Docker build. After Docker build, you will be scanning your Docker image so that your image is secure. It's not vulnerable. After you know uh, scanning the Docker image, the deployment parts come. So this deployment is done. How you are deploying it? Are you using Helm? Helm based deployment is there, or there is some Flux CD or GitOps tool that you are using. It can be Flux CD, it can be Argo CD, or you are doing it using kubectl commands. Okay, you have any script where you have given the kubectl commands. How you are doing it? Or in all these deployments that we do, basically the new thing is the image that we have created. The version will change. The versioning will change. Also, as a DevOps engineer, we should take care that with every build, every new build, and every new image that is created, it should have a unique version name. So, versioning is also one thing that DevOps engineers should take care of. Okay, I'll add that part also, versioning. Okay, then in Helm based GitOps or kubectl, whatever kind of deployments you are doing, you need to update the image version, image tag in your YAML file wherever. If in Helm based deployment you are doing, then you need to replace it in your values.yaml file. If you are using GitOps tool, then you need to do the changes in your reposit in your folder where your GitOps tool is monitoring. That repo should be, that image version should be changed, so that your GitOps tool should detect the change and do the changes on your server. If you are doing kubectl apply -f and you have one YAML file in your GitHub repo which you are deploying, and for this you have one script. Basically, what people do if they are doing kubectl or anything, they generally keep a script in GitHub repo, and in that script they give all the kubectl commands and login commands, everything, and they log in and they do kubectl apply. They have manifest file. There they uh, do the changes. So whether you will change the you know image in that deployment.yaml file, and then you'll apply those changes, and so that your changes are visible on application. Then comes to, this is one part, but again we cannot directly deploy everything on production. So, as a DevOps engineer, how it should go from dev to QA to prod, that also we need to take care of. That is also one thing that we need to take care of. That how deployments are to be done on dev, QA, and prod. So either we will have a branching strategy properly for it, that for this branch, this only, we'll do the deployments on these servers, and then whatever, how you are managing all this, that you need to figure out. Okay. Then after when you are doing the deployment, so already, in prod and everything in QA, already existing version will be running. So, in order that application should not go down immediately, we should do the blue green type of deployment or rolling. deployment that we need to decide. We can give the strategies. So as a DevOps engineer, all this part we have to look upon. So the people who are just starting their DevOps journey, I many terminologies would not be very clear, like the deployments, like what kind of helm base and this, then blue, this kind of like little bit, but I hope the things are clear, that what is CI, what is CD, then how deployments have to be done. Because you you understand that if in a production, if application is already running and we are going to change it, we are just directly doing the deployment, so that application can go down even. Correct. So without any taking risk, we should have a deployment strategies. So blue green deployment, canary deployment, uh, rolling update, all these comes in, the deployment strategies that we need to follow for doing the deployment on the environments. So these are some basic and the most general part, mostly that DevOps engineer have to work upon. Then you can work on writing scripts, various automation scripts. So those are something which are which can come when you are writing your workflows. You have to write script for creating an infrastructure, your servers, or even creating backup files, everything. There can be many workflows, but these are the main things that we have to work upon. So as a whenever you are working on a fresh repo and you need to create, so these are the main things that we have to decide and we have to start working upon. Then once these pipelines are created and everything for all the repos, the automation is done. Then we work on, if any issues come, or if any new enhancements have to be done, because many a time, there are many new enhancement coming, that the organization is decommissioning this tool and they want this tool to be introduced. So you have to change your workflow accordingly. Many enhancements are coming. So after your migration, sorry, after your all the changes are you have created the workflows for all the repos. Then the support part, enhancement part, and there can be many other things that will keep on adding. So these are the major tasks that we have to do as a DevOps engineer. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.